Ain't that shit? Okay. So apparently, you can't have your phone plugged in next to my wireless adapter, or it'll cook it. I'm pretty sure we're live. We are live.
Really did kill it, huh?
Oh, I got the new one going. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like I hit the button to start it, right? And just in the very beginning, it crapped out because my wireless overheated again. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'm gonna fix this shit right now. So I just plugged it into the wall. Give me a sec, I gotta get this.
Hey, Dano's in there.
There's it working now?
Seems to be.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. Just out of nowhere, everything just stopped working.
Yes,
I bet it was Google.
Betting it was too, and I'll be mindful of how I address them in the future.
And I'll still be abusive like I always am. You know, it's like, what do I care?
Ralph says he found the letter that was read in Saving Private Ryan here in the book. Okay. I kind of thought they might have made it up too. Damn, where the hell's my bullets at? Last time they were exceptionally prompt at getting him here. It's been freaking. Well, I ordered them a week ago last Saturday, so it's been 10 days.
Ooh, you ever have one of those egg on your face moments?
Uh-oh, what happened?
So apparently one of the people in my warehouse shipped a dude a dead item. It had my DOA sticker on it. I don't know even how they got their hands on it, to be honest. He was like, I ordered this drive brand new. I'm like, yeah. And he goes, there's a sticker on here that says DOA with a frowny face on it. I'm like, oh, I make those. He's like, why do I have it? And I'm like, I have no idea why you have it.
Did you say we'll ship you a different one out? Just send us that one back?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I should have put more thought into this. I have.
So make the sticker instead of red, pink?
No. It's just black and white. But no, I'm thinking of something else. The problem I have right now is I'm hosting this on a machine with a wireless card that's overheating. And it just joined back in, thankfully. But now I've got to figure out a way to keep it cool.
This is indeed a problem.
Yes. It's back on now, so I'm not worried about that. But I need to find the cable for this fucking fan.
I'll be right back.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's see if that. Okay. Stay cool for another 78 minutes. If that doesn't work, I don't know what the hell to do. I don't hear you working on a fucking New Mexico, bitch.
Yeah, I'm not playing right now. I stopped playing because everybody left. I don't feel like playing by myself. Giggity. So. And a Dano sneaked in here. Oh my.
Finally.
You pull the case apart, let it vent and blow it out?
No, I've got a little USB wireless thing I stick in the front of my computer case here at the shop because for some reason the wired network is fucked up. So I put it on there as a backup, but now it's my primary.
So is it your wireless router that's overheating or your wireless adapter?
The adapter.
Okay.
Turn the AC down.
Oh yeah, I wish I could.
I thought you said you put it into a jack.
Hmm?
Didn't you put it into a hardwired?
No, I put here. I'll show you.
You don't have to show me. You just tell me.
Oh yeah, but a picture's worth 1,000 words, and it'd be easier to explain. All right, so I use this little adapter here now, and I put that fan over it to keep it cool because for some reason today it's overheating like crazy. So if that works, that's good enough. I can live with that. My work machine's a hodgepodge of parts, so I'm just keeping things running right now.
At best, that will only work for now because it's already clearly indicating an imminent failure.
Yeah, I know. I've got like a pallet of those things, so I'll probably just pull another one tomorrow morning. What's really funny is I did the exact same temporary fix for my warehouse guy, and it's in the back of his case against the wall in a warehouse that gets up like over 100 degrees every day, and his works just fine. FML. Yeah, it's the same guy. Let me go deal with him. Calm his nipples.
Got excitable nipples.
Nipples are us.
Ralph Morals has just joined us live.
I heard nipples.
Yes.
I was wondering if there'd been some kind of miracle and there was a chicken around.
No, that was last night on HVS's chat.
Oh, there was a woman here, huh? Oh.
Well, not on Gunchannels.
Not on Gunchannels.
She came in. No,
was the
don't
woman
laugh at this, but she
into
came in
moving out?
via the back door.
I don't know.
Apparently,
Front
HVS
door.
found a chick that was into prepping as much as he was.
Wow, that's weird.
Or he captured one.
And then put her on web camera. I don't think I'd do that if I. You know what? I'm not gonna try and figure him out because it's just there's too much to the world.
I hope he released her into the wild after that. With a backpack full of stuff.
Well, no, in HVS, he doesn't want to let go. He's got a real problem with that.
I find his topics interesting. Sometimes he gets too argumentative.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of strong opinions about stuff. I like to learn.
Well, there's a difference between you can have an opinion and you can have a strong opinion, but it's still an opinion. Now, whether you decide to keep your mouth shut on all your opinions, that's totally different. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's that I don't tend to be so strongly opinionated because I might be wrong, and I realize that.
Okay.
That whole
So let's say I have a strong opinion on firearms, yet I will still entertain the discussion of an anti-gunner in case there's new information I was not aware of. If one keeps an open mind, does it really matter whether it's an opinion or a strong opinion, as long as you have an open mind?
But the person that has a strong opinion, that sounds like a closed mind already.
All right.
Well, there's an opinion is like an emotion. It's not, but once there's some either circumstances or facts to back it up, then it can become a strong opinion. But there's always room for new evidence to come forth, i.e. facts. Whether it's a 1% chance or a 50% chance or more.
Well, it is my very strong opinion until the antis show me a gun that gets up, loads itself, goes out and shoots somebody by itself.
Yeah, I didn't think a lawgiver actually sprouted feet, so good point.
I listen to Gunsmoke all the time, and the other night I heard an episode from the radio days. There was an episode where there was basically, they didn't call him these words, but he was an anti-gunner. And he was from the East, and he was going from town to town, so spreading the message about how men should not carry guns. Men should talk. Men should not carry guns. Of course, he's slowly working his way throughout the 1870s and 80s, getting slowly further and further west until he eventually comes into Dodge, where somebody's dying every show.
I don't hear a treadmill going.
You're right, you don't.
Take the day
And
off.
incidentally, Dodge, which actually had a firearms prohibition.
Yeah.
Did you take the day off, Danny?
I don't believe I'm need to address my life to Helga directly. Helga.
Ah, I gotcha.
Now,
So-
anybody know the laws of the West at those times? Well, so I can only base it on the movie, and I read that the problem at the OK Corral was a gun control kind of problem.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
The band of cowboys wanted to come into town with weapons, and the Earl
Virgil.
wanted to keep them away or take their guns.
Virgil did not want guns within the city limits.
It was as the 1880s or 1800s got later and later, there were more and more towns that had a rule or local ordinance, depending on how you want to look at it, that when you came in the town, your first stop was the sheriff's office, where you would turn in your guns until you left town. They didn't keep them from you. It just, as long as you were in town, you turned them in. When you left town, you picked them up.
Yeah, my question is, was that in all towns or just in some?
Some. I mean, the West was as individualistic as the towns and the people made in. Some did, some didn't.
I think it was fairly commonplace in bigger cattle towns, but no, it wasn't all over. No.
Probably because business owners got fucking tired of having to change roofs with bullet holes in them all the time.
Mirrors and windows and
Bad enough they got to replace the fucking bar stools every night.
But, it was very much, even the towns themselves were very industry driven as far as what industry supported that town, because without industry, there'd be no town.
here's the question: would we have been on the Cowboys side back then?
Us?
Us as pro gunners.
Yeah, I would have been.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to be staring down the end of a bunt line saying you're supposed to turn that in.
Well, I'm not saying that I want to be the law enforcement officer, but how is that any different than open carry that's throughout, plenty of states right now?
Yeah, we've got rules against open carry in certain establishments. So, I mean, is it really that far off?
I don't think it is. Yet human nature, although our culture has somewhat changed, what drives us as individuals, our bare emotions, remains the same. The ability to control our emotions.
And booze don't mix well in that scenario.
and that's where the that's one of the reasons why today you still have a lot of states even that allow carry, even constitutional carry, may not necessarily allow it in a bar.
Yeah, we have that 51% rule here too.
We do too.
I'd love to see someone challenge that and walk into a bar and go, "Can I see your books?"
Well, what they would do is they'd call either the sheriff or the local police officer to come make that challenge.
Yeah, I just think it'd be funny. I'd like to see your books, please.
Yeah, I was reading about that, and I think from what I understand, the law is, because I read it, it was in our Florida, is that if there is a particular part of the establishment absolutely for the stools and the drinking, it's a bar. But I got lawyers.
Should just ask.
Because I don't know if there's a bar, right? But you also have some food and chairs.
Pub.
But they'll serve.
Well, there was I can't remember who did this claim to, but I think it was a Supreme Court justice, although I may be wrong, that said we all know pornography when we see it. Now that was the quote, but it was having to do with a case that was trying to define what is pornography to then try to control it. And of course, what is a bar? We all know a bar when we walk into it. Yet it's how do you describe it in words? It's more than just a collection of furniture. It's more than just what product is sold. Yet it's not so easy to put in words. Again, kind of like pornography.
Mm-hmm.
What's one person's pornography is another person's art.
Yeah. Or somebody's opinion about somebody's religion, and some people call it hate speech.
Right.
It's just somebody's opinion.
But what I do hate is groups that just want to kill me.
Yeah. That's not cool.
No.
We want you to be part of our religion because we know what's best for you in the afterlife, so we want to put you there as fast as possible right now.
Spoken by someone who's never been to the afterlife, and we still accept that message? No.
How do you know you've never been there? Shirley MacLaine.
Well, because if it was so great, why the hell did I come back?
Because you had knowledge that you got since lost.
What the hell are you talking about?
Nothing. Porn, I think.
I remember earlier when I said my phone was about to be dead at any minute.
Yeah, it died.
I wasn't lying. It died.
I looked up that quote, Daniel. I can't find the originator of it anywhere.
What?
We all know pornography when we see it.
That was a Justice, maybe Warren.
Ah, see? There's your answer. Learned something today.
Everybody always doubts me.
No, I didn't doubt you. I was just curious when you said you weren't sure who it was. I was like, oh, I'd like to know who that is. I couldn't find it.
I mean, I'm starting to get a complex like I got no street cred.
No, man. I've just been de-oracled. You presented something I had no knowledge of.
I think it was brought into the mainstream. I think it was brought into the mainstream consciousness by the movie The People versus Larry Flynn.
That's probably it. I think that's where I've heard it, actually.
That's a Woody Harrelson movie, and it's kind of good.
Yeah, that was
I didn't actually see the movie. I mean, I was aware of the lawsuit as it was happening. And I knew exactly what Hustler was all about, as Tony was. I can speak for Tony because we are the same age. I'm making certain assumptions that we became aware of certain things at somewhere around the same time.
I was well aware of Hustler, but it was not anything you could get your hands on very easily.
Yeah, because it was really considered, Playboy was what I'll call the soft core level, and then Hustler although it was just more graphic pictures, there was nothing being done in them that was not done in Playboy. They were just closer.
Yeah, you could actually see ovaries in Hustler.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was like a biological study more than anything else.
See that? Every
That's what
chat.
I tried to tell my mom. You know,
I'm loining here.
Anatomy.
Loining.
Gunchannels
Anatomy,
dating you in
Mom.
every chat.
Yeah.
Hey, for all the ladies in the audience today,
9 strike.
We're going to start with the major labia.
welcome to Female Bits channel.
Female bits. Show bits.
Oh, for fuck's sake, let's just stomp Gunchannels dating into the ground, for Christ's sake.
I know. Damn it. What is this?
Even though I have no vested interest, because I have a wife who really is not really fond of me dating.
It's really
I
fun.
have an ex that just doesn't want to let go.
I have a friend whose wife is very, very free to date. It's the kind of marriage they have. It's kind of weird.
Now that would make me very uncomfortable,
No, when she
both as a friend. I
she
mean,
told me that, she was like, "Yeah, we're swingers," and I was just like, "Really?" It's like, I chased after you for 20 years, and you've been giving it up to everybody else. What the fuck?
yeah,
Well, you
Yeah.
got to have a wife to bring along for the second half of the trade, man.
that may be part of the deal.
She's a couple ants short of a picnic, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it's
So
a way
Pretty
to.
sure she has a son in Arizona that she left there. Like, her husband won't let her have custody of that kid, so the only one she talks about is her daughter, which lives with her. I know some weird people.
You wanting to have conversation about deep philosophies with the woman.
No, now that I know what she's like, I want to be like Sam Neill in The Hunt for Red October. I'll be like, in the winter, I'll go to Arizona. I might need 2 wives. Oh, at least.
At least.
Although you
It sounds good.
at the end, you do feel sorry for the character.
You well, yeah,
that
because
guy.
he gets fucking killed before he gets to women.
He got shot by that.
Stupid cook.
Well, like I
That
think
dude wasn't a cook, though. He was just posing as a cook. He was like,
I'm not giving it away. I'm just saying that here it is. It's not the
AGB.
captain, but it's clearly somebody from America, and I feel sorry for him.
A goddamn cook.
yeah, at the very end.
The multi-wives sounds really good until you realize how the female anatomy actually works.
And then they're both synced together.
Yeah,
Oh,
those
we're talking
fuckers
about
all
synchronous
sync together. Sync together, so they're all pissed off at you at the same time.
So when it comes to that time, you ain't getting nothing.
Hey, I heard the UK is
The reason
up
to
a
have a
bill.
second one,
That's
to
when you
have
renew your.
another woman in the first place.
well, you're supposed to not have them in the same house.
I don't think it matters. I
You're
think that's a cosmic thing.
I think that's whether you're Mormon or whether you're Arabic. Mormons usually put them in different houses, at least in modern times.
I don't think it matters. I think it's cosmic. I think that's God's joke. You want more women? Guess what happens to you, buddy? Have all of them you want, but it's going to be at least one bad week a month.
I heard they were putting up a bill in England to start allowing for, I think they called it paid menstrual leave.
Oh, for
God.
fuck's sake.
Imagine that.
Well, hell, that's a defense, though. If they're not stable enough to be able to work, you ought to be able to shoot one. That bitch was a fucking psycho, man. I had to kill her.
They're in season for this week.
Well, I mean, it also sets up, justification that if someone's literally cannot attend work for a week every month or 3 days every month, as to why you would not hire that gender.
Well, no, I mean, I know some girls who have cramps so bad they can't even get out of bed. So, I mean, I can sort of understand, but I mean, That I don't know.
But those are
It's like-
individuals, Sean. That's not the entire female species.
right. So it shouldn't be paid leave. It should just be an excused leave. Like they can't fire you for it. You know.
But it better be every 30 days, not every
Yeah.
once in a while.
Right.
To the
I mean, because-
ladies who have that issue in the audience, I know you're not there, but orgasm solves that.
Because it's ripe for abuse.
Well, yeah. I mean, it can't. Like, I guess you're supposed to time it like every 24 to 28 days or whatever. As long as they don't have to pay for it, but they just can't be fired for it, I guess that would be reasonable.
Well, but they are paying for it because somebody has to do that work when they're not gone. When they're gone.
Right. They got to make up the man hours.
And if nobody needs to do the work while they're gone, then you have to question, why are you paying them full-time wages, or why are they working?
Well,
the hours they are?
here's a possible compromise there, you freaking woman hating bastard, Dano. Let them work an extra hour every damn day that they're there.
Oh, to make up the difference? I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be fine.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because, I mean, most career people that are salaried anyway, it's not about the hour count, it's just about the workload. So.
That's my employer begged me to go on salary. And I'm like, because I know how that works out. You're going to work me fucking 12 hours a day, 12 days a week, you prick.
Not mine. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna go get a haircut.
Try
now.
that shit. You try that shit now, and I'll be retiring early. Unfortunately, I was hoping for money and not ill health doing it, but hey.
It is what it is.
So, guys,
Yeah.
considering we haven't talked about guns per se in 4 fucking hours,
No, we did. Even Raphael pulled one out and did a quote.
gun control for a little bit, but
Yeah, I wanted to know what was it like in the West. I only know about that.
It was
little-
dirty. It was dirty.
fucking shut up and let me get the damn question out. Crying out loud. What's our next gun? Simple, see?
Oh, what we're buying next?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's yours?
If things go well with disability, it's going to be either a 29 or a 629 Smith & Wesson
Oh,
6-inch barrel.
good choice. Wait, you're not doing Dirty Harry?
Maybe 8 3/8. I want to carry it. I actually want to concealed carry the thing is why I want 6.
I gotcha.
I've already got a fucking cannon as it is.
Oh, that's right, because you can only have concealed in your state. Right?
Yeah.
I think, realistically speaking, my next is going to be probably the 336 Marlin. Probably.
That's a
If not,
friggin' tasty choice too.
yeah, either that or it's going to be a P83.
You ever shot a
Or it's over it.
94?
No. Yes, I have.
I mean, a Winchester.
I don't believe I have.
You should try one.
But that's definitely on my list.
From where I sit, it's one of the better fitting guns to shoulder, and I mean being intuitive, that I've ever seen. It's kind of like the Peacemaker grip on the Colt, man. Sometimes they just get that design just right, and that gun is one of them. But then that might only be for me too. You know?
Yeah, like some big butterball kind of dude might not fit that very well.
But before you buy a 94, you should try, or before you buy a 330, you should try a 336. I'll get it right eventually. You should try a 94.
Well, I'm trying to get a companion piece to my SLR. Like I want it to look.
It's a lumber gun.
Yeah, I want it to look just like my SLR, but with walnut finish. I still want a rail on top though.
Oh, well, you can't do that to a Winchester. That's sacrilege.
Yeah.
Okay, stick with the Marlin then. I don't even like doing it to the Marlin because it's sacrilege too, because they come from back then. but I'll let you slide.
I like setting them up.
What are you
for
doing, Raph?
tabernacles.
Trying to figure out how much this wire mess. Fixing it up.
Hey Alexa, how do you fix that?
Simplify.
Hey Alexa, where's this fucker go?
Computers end up start up with one wire, and all of a sudden you get like 20 wires.
My computer's got like 12 USB ports, and they are all occupied.
Mm.
Well, no, that's
And I
not
hate-
true either. It's got 8, plus I have a 4 add-on, so it would have 11. But I don't have the splitter plugged in right now. I got tired of dicking with it, and I just plug in my damned unplug my internet when I want to plug my camera in. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I hate that you have to type in a password every time I log on. I mean, I'm not launching missiles here. I just want to get my email.
Well, you know, you don't want your wife to be able to see it or shit like that, so
What email service do you use?
Every time you open up the computer for Windows, it asks you for a password.
What version of Windows do you have?
It's Windows, the last one, 10, I guess.
you should
I
be
don't-
able to go. You should
Do you
be
have
able to go in
multiple
there and
accounts
set it
on
up
your
to
computer?
just.
haven't found it out yet.
Raphael,
I
do you
don't
have-
know. I don't think 10 will
More than
let
one
you do it
account?
without something.
I don't type password on my Windows 10 because I'm the only one. I have the only account on my machine, so it's like I start it up, it just goes straight in.
Yeah.
I use a PIN number on mine. It's just 4 digits. It's a little bit easier, but still, I have to.
I'm like John Podesta. I don't have a password, and if I did, it would just be password.
That'd be great.
Just kidding.
Well, you know, I got kind of into the passwords back when I was pirating movies, so
Hey,
I
we're
could
not supposed to talk about
watch-
felonies on Gunchannels.
it ain't a felony anymore. Statute of limitations is out on that shit.
It's okay. We're not supposed to talk about active felonies on Gunchannels. Well, I'll talk to you about it off air.
I got real password conscious back in those days, and I have never got out of them. So
My dad used to work on Cray supercomputers, and they were anal about security. He used to keep this little card in his pocket. It was a little digital card, and it would change 7-digit numbers. I think it was every 90 seconds. So like he would log in, and the password, he would have to look at that little card to see what the 7-digit number was.
you know, the
What?
greatest thing I ever did to lock down a computer was a fucking fingerprint scanner.
Wasn't that there was? I can't remember what it was called, but 12 years ago, going back in time, there used to be, I forget if it was just simply a concept, a rule, or something else, but it was in regards to security, is something you know to authenticate your person, something you know, something you have, and the third one was something else. I can't remember what it was. In relationship to that's why your dad had that little card, and obviously we still use a password, and the password can simply be a flower. It doesn't really matter, but it's something that the individual knows, something that they physically possess. And the third thing was, wish I could remember what the third thing was.
The sacred word is something you see every day.
Something borrowed, something blue, something old.
But it was
thing
something
is
that
they want.
I had worked on
ahead,
the beta examinations of Security Plus with CompTIA back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Great.
Hello.
I mean, I forgot 95% of everything I ever knew.
Oh shit! I went to college for server programming. I don't remember any of that shit either.
I went to college to find girls. Mission complete.
You had to go to college to find girls. Them fuckers chased me down.
Mission was a great success. Best years of my life so far.
You got one at home?
I brought home 3 actually. I think I have to go. I think I need to re-register for next year.
Say, it ain't so damn successful if you ain't got one. I found one a long time ago, right after I got out of high school.
Oh, I didn't know the bitches were gonna cheat.
She found me.
You know if that was it Unforgiven, or was it Quick and the Dead? Yeah, I had a wife once. She was beautiful, but she was unfaithful. Where's your wife now? Like I said, she was unfaithful.
That must have been Quick and the Dead because I don't recall it
It was.
in Unforgiven. I just watched it the other day.
I'm pretty sure it was when he was sitting down with the lady, Ellen, at dinner. I think he was talking to her about that.
I remembered the third thing. It's something you are, i.e. a fingerprint. As a simple example at that time. So if you had a fingerprint scanner with a little USB secure device, something you have, and then of course something that you knew, which would be a password. Those were the 3
That
things.
reminds me, and thank you. I had the beta version of Microsoft's fingerprint scanner password program, and it was an actual scanner. And Microsoft guaranteed that nobody at a computer.
And then a little Ukrainian kid got in it in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, no shit. So, I agreed to test it, and they sent me one, and I bought 2 because I liked them. As long as you kept that fingerprint screen clean, they were freaking fast. And somehow or another, if the computer was like in a sleep mode or something, all you had to do is hit that fingerprint reader and it'd turn it on.
I gotta step out unusually.
Take care, Dano. But when they went from whatever the hell it was to Windows 7, they no longer supported them. So I had to throw damn things away. They really weren't expensive. They were like $12. I wish they'd bring those back. I got to enter my password more than I like. And my password is one that is super strong. So that means it's a lot of fucking digits, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense to anybody but me.
Yeah, I have the same kind of password.
No words whatsoever.
No words. Just a jumble of numbers, letters, and symbols, and some capital letters.
Listen, Rap, Diesel, you didn't get to your next gun.
I hope not to have one.
You hope not to have one. What kind of fucking gun nut are you?
Well, I'm a gun nut.
There's always the next gun.
Yeah, I know, but I don't go under my hat because there are people listening who will find it for me.
If my ghetto fanfics work.
Hey, man, I found it here. It's on sale. Just ask.
What happened?
Just ask Nice Strike. It's on sale.
Fuck ass Jimmy.
Oh, that was Night Strike. I have the proof right over there.
I'm talking about Jimmy buying the Taurus.
It eats these things.
There's more than just Night Strike that will entice you into your next purchase.
That's the problem here around Gunchannels.
You're talking about a letter from Saving Private Ryan earlier, Raphael?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My, I think it was my dad's uncle. He had 5 boys and 3 girls, and they all served. And the really cool thing was they all came home too.
Wow.
They had,
Hey,
they
that
had 2
reminds
of those
me.
banners with the 4 stars on it.
Yeah.
Either of you guys subscribe to NRA?
No, I didn't like having my inbox inundated every day.
I get their email, but I don't get to rifleman or handgunner or whatever they have.
If you get onto their site, and I'm sure that it's on any of the magazines, but I get American Hunter. They're about a guy who just passed away. Well, it is an article; it's just a little clipping, but way who was in the invasion, D-Day. He was in Market Garden, and he was in the Battle of the Bulge, in the town that was they were protecting. The
Bastogne?
there's two, yeah, Bastogne. There's two little videos about 4 minutes long or so of this guy. Watch him, especially the last part of it, because Jesus Christ, this guy is awesome. His devotion to the Second Amendment is more than I've seen in anybody, or at least more honest.
It's probably related to Jesus.
Hang on, it'll take me a couple minutes to find him because I still got it in my email somewhere.
Well, there's a whole generation of people like that.
We're missing an entire generation like that.
There ain't many of them left.
I've met a few here in Florida, because I live in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And they have stories to tell that I go like, man, I wish or I had something to record this with. Because
You're lucky you can get them to talk about it. The guys who've seen some bad shit, a lot of times they won't talk about it.
Well, they will, but usually just between themselves, cope.
I think time has mellowed them a little bit. They talk. They've seen some shit.
This dude said that he's seen shit in the concentration camps that he would not tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we've heard it from somebody else.
On than anybody's ever reported.
I think the gas vans were probably the scariest thing.
He mentioned in the little video clip that the Jews that worked the camp carried out kind of like metal stretchers of soap and buried it. They asked what the hell they were doing, and they said this soap was rendered from people they killed.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, wow.
They used the to make soap.
Well, rumor has it a lot of the gold that they took from teeth and fillings and stuff were melted down into bars that are sitting under the Vatican right now.
No, I think that went to
It wouldn't surprise me if it was true.
Wouldn't surprise me a bit. I stuck it in the side chat there, the article on the guy, and then there's two videos on there that are well worth watching.
The Vatican helped a lot of people to get away from justice.
I don't think the Vatican would have been into helping the Nazis much.
So what's up with the John Brown Gun Club?
First I ever heard of it.
A bunch of fucking liberals that are carrying guns walking around, I think, in Arizona.
Oh, that's
muzzling each other like idiots.
Protesting Trump?
Yeah, they're muzzling each other like idiots. It's like the one.
They'll learn.
The thing that they used to protest against, now they're guilty of.
They'll learn.
Okay, here you go. Let me explain it to you in terms that everybody can get. They're fucking stupid.
And they're on TV and influencing other people into their stupidity.
But they're carrying guns, so they can't stand up there and say these are bad.
Oh, they can. They will.
They will, yes.
They'll say, I was forced into doing this to take a stand or some shit.
But the people in the middle who are undecided, surely to Christ, hopefully most of them will see the hypocrisy.
Number of executions since 1976 by state. I'm pretty sure if I add up every number, it still doesn't equal Texas. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I got nothing else to do.
Dear Sean's boss, you should ought to hand Sean a broom.
Hang on, I'm already halfway through the country.
I don't know where I stand on execution anymore. I have been pro it all my life, but as I get to be an old man and I'm ardently pro-life, man, it's a tough one. I still think people should be, but it's harder to justify that opinion.
I have no problem justifying my opinion. Damn. Okay. So if I take 49 states, it's 906 executions since 1976. Texas alone in 1976, 542.
Woohoo!
So okay, it's like half, more than half.
Yep.
Great for Texas.
Yay.
I was so freaking disappointed with the whole damn Texas thing when we found out that you guys didn't have concealed carry and all that crap. I thought, that's fucking
We
Texas,
do.
man. Walk around with a fucking gun.
We do. We just
You
want
do now.
constitutional carry.
They didn't have open carry, and then they got open carry because, people were like, wait, Texas is known for gun laws, but Arizona's gun laws are better than Texas.
Vermont's the best. They have none.
Yeah.
How many guns are in Vermont?
I don't know.
2?
Let's find out.
Probably 2.
Number of gun owners.
I wonder if enough of us migrate to Vermont, we take over the surrounding states just to get extra real estate.
All right.
No.
88.8 guns per 100 residents.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a thing. I got a
Top
thing here
3.
from percentage of adults owning guns in 2013, and yeah, it's from 2013, but it was posted on September 2016. But it's saying that Arizona has 32.3%, Texas has 35.7%, but South Carolina has 44.4%.
Oh, mine must be out of date then.
So Kentucky has 42.4. Tennessee's got 39.4.
Vermont's in 20th.
Alabama is 42.8.
Hey, Night Strike,
Yeah.
don't look at that link and say bummer. Go in there and watch the 2 videos the guy did.
Were they bad?
Mine just went stupid.
They were extremely good videos.
Isn't he the guy that did Band of Brothers?
Who?
He's the guy who wrote the book it was based on, yeah.
Stephen Ambrose, right?
No,
That's the guy who
Don
wrote.
Burgett.
Don Burgett.
Oh, I thought it was Stephen Ambrose.
He was a 1911 fan. I know that.
I donated.
Up till his dying day.
Oh, mine was based off of 2014 data, by the way.
This was something that was in an AARP magazine that a family member gave me. Said, "Hey, look at this. You're into guns. Check this out." Like, okay.
Well,
I'm not gonna say no.
Band of Brothers. Stephen Ambrose.
You have it.
This is Citizen Soldiers. The book.
Burgett is the guy who is in the Band of Brothers. Or basically one of the brothers that was about.
Donald Burgett.
There was Dick Winters.
He died 5 days ago. Did you know that?
Really?
Yes, that's what this article says.
Oh.
Yeah, it was about his dying, but the thing is that the 2 videos the guy did for one of the NRA functions, some fucking where. The book that they turned into the miniseries, Band of Brothers, was Curraheel, a Screaming Eagle at Normandy.
Yeah, he was a company.
I haven't read that one yet. All I got is to go is this one is called I'm Staying with My Boys. It's about John Basilone.
The original Rambo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was a badass.
Yep.
He had a death wish, though.
I think they called him Manila John. Manila John.
All I know is that guy had a death wish.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, he didn't have to go back. He won the Medal of Honor. He didn't have to go back.
I know, he should have been perfectly happy just, training
He's not a
people.
beautiful wife, but he had to go back.
Some people can't let go of war.
Yeah, you could tell it really bothered him. Like, even his portrayal in the Pacific, they made it look like he was really troubled by the fact that he didn't feel like he was doing his part.
They had him going into Bond rallies and that kind of thing. I read the book, The Pacific. Where
Wait,
that
doesn't
came
that
from.
not only does that make him Rambo, but doesn't that technically make him Captain America also?
Kinda.
Like the inspiration of?
Or the Indian dude in that latest war flick from, I don't know if it's latest, one of the 2 he made together from Clint Eastwood. Flags by Fathers.
Oh yeah, Letters from Iwo Jima.
Yeah, that one.
That was a really
Pacific.
creative movie idea where they did that, where they showed it from both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next big one? Is it Dunkirk?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Isn't that the one where
So,
if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the one where the British brought the new Churchill tanks for the first time, and almost all of them got left behind on the beach, obliterated? The Germans thought that the British were bringing them over and just dumping their junk off.
Got him surrounded and could have annihilated
I'm pretty
the
sure it's
British
both.
Army had they not been ordered to rest today by Hitler, give them a chance to friggin' escape.
but they say that Adolf didn't want the English humiliated that much.
Oh, I got it mistaken. Sorry. The tank thing was the Dieppe raid. That was an embarrassment. They brought these brand spanking new latest technology tanks, and half of them got destroyed on the beach, and they just left them there. They were like, nope, we don't want none of this. The Germans were like, did they just dump off their junk?
It's almost unbelievable that Normandy succeeded.
It succeeded because of the Americans.
Okay, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I know. We bombed our own people, and we had a lot of casualties just from friendly fire, but it still worked.
It succeeded because they were willing to put enough bodies in there to get through.
Yeah.
And we duped Hitler into thinking that we were going to still attack at Calais.
Calais.
He was thinking that this was a demonstration or a side thing, and he kept his tanks from moving until like September.
He forbade Rommel from moving.
Yep.
It was a direct order not to move. Of course, by then he was already showing advanced Parkinson's. His hands were shaking. Someone tried to kill him, so he was pretty paranoid.
You know, just because of the factor that what was that ghost army that was supposed to be led by Patton? That was the whole rumor that they gave to the Germans.
Balloon army.
Yeah, the balloon army. Yeah, well, they have balloon tanks.
There's a movie coming out later this year. It's going to be released in 2 months. It's called War Machine. And it's got Brad Pitt in it. But I swear to God, he looks just like George Peppard from the A-Team in this. Like, if you look up War Machine film and look at the picture, he looks like freaking George Peppard. Same haircut and everything.
Wow.
It'll be on Netflix, so it's not going to the theaters.
Well, that's getting more commonplace. I mean,
yeah.
Fuck, why not? It's easier to watch a new movie at home than it is to go see it.
No way. That can't be Gary Oldman. Oh my God. All right, so there's another movie coming out later this year called The Darkest Hour. And it's got Gary Oldman playing Winston Churchill. And if you see his face, he looks spot on. It's ridiculous. That must be some great makeup.
Or Oldman put on 200 pounds.
Yeah. I don't know. He's a really good actor, though. So I mean, I'm sure he could pull it off. He's like Daniel Day-Lewis. You know, he only does like incredible parts.
It's one good thing about CGI is that war movies are looking better because back then
they're looking more believable.
Just 2 tanks and it's a massive panzer attack, but 2 tanks on the screen.
That could have been shopped, nice. That could have been shopped.
Oh God, they made a sequel to World War Z.
God.
War for the Planet of the Apes. Okay, I'll watch that.
Oh, hold up! I'm like,
Wonder Woman holding a sword. Okay, I'll watch that.
I ain't got no money to go to the theater. I'm saving it for my next gun.
I've seen that article or that incident reported in other articles. So,
or the thing that
homeowner shoots 3. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
nice.
As far as I know, it's legit. It's absolutely legit.
Very nice.
And the girl getaway driver turned herself in after the fact.
2 of the suspects died in the kitchen. The 3rd was found in the driveway. Good job.
Yeah, that's a way to save the taxpayers a lot of money.
Oh, good. It's raining out.
Someone posted a picture in my area news of like this dude trying to kick down a front door, and on the surveillance camera, all of a sudden you see the door open and a shotgun stick out right in his face. And he just took off and ran.
That was a smart move.
Yeah, like she just pointed the shotgun right in his face with the door open, and then like the dude took off.
It would have been better. It would have been better had they just blown his fucking head off. But hey,
draw down.
Or if it was a .44 Magnum revolver. Well, 454, 500, 460. What it'll do. I'm not picky.
Now I'm looking forward to the day when you have one of each of those too. I'll have a Playmate.
I ain't got that kind of money.
Well, I didn't either. I just bought them one at a time.
And I ain't got that kind of wife.
Yeah, you got to get her things in between. That's the trick. See, I've been sort of working on my old man here because like he's always talking about he can't. Every time we go to gun shows, he sees things he likes. I can tell. You know, he doesn't pick up very many things when we go out. Yet when I take him to a show, every once in a while he'll find something and pick it up and put it in his hands, and I'm like, okay, he likes that. Take a mental note of that. And every time I tell him, I'm like, buy it. You know, just flat out. I'm like, do you like it? He's like, it's nice. Is it too heavy? He's like, no. Does it feel good in your hands? Yeah. Buy it. And he goes, oh, I can't do that. And I'm like, look, my mom has filled all of my house with her shit. She's starting to put shit in my bedroom closet. And I'm like, that's where I drew the line. I grabbed all her stuff in my bedroom closet, walked out in the living room, dropped it on the floor right in front of her. And I'm like, there is where I draw the line. And I'm like, you know, she spends hundreds of dollars on shoes and clothes and things and they never go out. And I'm like, you can justify buying this more than she can justify buying all the crap she's bought in the last 10 years. And if she asks why you bought it, you could say, look, he's got a rifle. We go to the range. I'd like to have one of my own. Justification over.
What do you say?
I don't know why he's so scared to, you know, confront her about it. I'm like, it's not like she can kick you out of the house. It's not her house.
Wow.
Just because all her shit is in it doesn't make it hers.
My old lady knows that the 29 is coming, or 629.
Yeah, I gotta have two 629s. I thought about it long and hard. And I'm like, I have to have an 8 3/8 blued 44, and I have to have a 6-inch stainless with sledgehammer grips. Thanks for reminding me of that gun, Dana. Now I gotta buy two. Stainless one's easy. They're everywhere.
Yeah, and they're not ridiculously expensive either.
About 700, I think. I can do that. It's getting the grips laser engraved. That's gonna be difficult. Find someone who can do it right.
And I'm not so hung up on Dirty Harry that I have to have a blued version. Stainless is fine.
I have to have a blued one. I want it to be exact.
The most powerful handgun in the world. You'll probably blow your head off.
Blow your head clean off.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see a picture of some asshole who wrapped a dog's face in electrical tape and it left like scars all around its mouth? Or was that? I don't think that was local. I think that was national news.
Nothing.
How the hell it leave scars?
I remember seeing something like
because
that.
he wrapped it so tight that her tongue stuck out and turned black, and they had to amputate part of it off. Here, I'll just show you a picture.
Say, I've been known to wrap my dog's schnoz with electrical tape to keep it from barking so much.
This. Well, the
I got
guy
a
who did
dog.
it, he's going to jail for 15 years, and the dog looks like he's okay, so pretty cool.
Poor dog.
I love a happy ending.
When my dog barked at night, I only had to tap on the window just like that, and he would stop.
I'm going to turn and look at me and bark more.
Wait. Raph, you have a kid? You have a dog?
I had a dog,
Oh,
as in the past.
sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've taped my dog's beak shut.
Really?
Not for, yeah. But they do it to alligators when they transport them. I mean, it's like a timeout. Do it for, 30 minutes.
I
Here's
always
the
joke
thing.
with my friend for throwing his cat in the freezer.
I don't like the whole thing where you tape a dog's mouth shut. There is a thing for dogs to keep them from acting out. It's called the muzzle.
Yeah, but sometimes they figure out how to get those off.
Yeah,
I mean, it shocks them every time they bark too, which is fucking more cruel.
I take that and wrap it around the balls of the motherfucker who puts it on.
I don't know. The whole shock collar thing, I had one of those because it was an electric fence. So when I was in high school, our dogs had those collars on that would zap them if they try to go outside the fence. So
Somebody asked the question, who the fuck puts sugar on a corn dog?
and I will say, yes, I did test it myself first before I put it on my dogs.
I ain't doing it.
Well, I can tell you that freaking shock collar is smarts because I got shit zapped out of me by a stupid motherfucker that owned a pit bull that attacked my dog when I grabbed the goddamn collar and pulled the fucking dog off.
No, well, the collar we got him, it didn't shock that much. It was more like static electricity. It was like one of those shocks. So
Matt posted
yeah,
$5.99 for ready to go out of the box Radical Firearms AR-15. They want $5.99 at Classics. I can walk over to Radical Firearms in 10 minutes, probably get it for less. They're right around the corner from me. I don't know if they're allowed to sell directly to the public anymore. Because, I mean, it seems like all you see with Radical now is people buying them from somebody else.
yeah. I'm not a Radical Firearms guy, so
They're not bad.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm
I
just
went through 3 other uppers with no problems, and then I even recommended one to Dead Horse, and he built a 458 out of one. He said it was fucking awesome.
I mean, for me, it's just I'm more of a Palmetto State Army guy.
Yeah, because I mean that's your local. Technically, Radical's my local. Support your local.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know, and I get made fun of because I promote Palmetto State Armory, but here's the thing: so does Matt.
Yeah, if there's a good deal to be had, have it. You know.
And Dead Horse likes them too. So
I thought Maverick 88.
well, no, Matt likes Maverick 88s too.
What's not to like? Oh, because it's not a Stevens. I got it.
No, he's got a Stevens too.
Yeah, see, he has the best of both worlds.
But you know who else has a Stevens? He's sitting here in this chat right now.
Stop
I do.
shaking your head. The White House gets into heated exchange with a reporter who asked how Trump's administration can revamp its public image. What?
Matter of fact, I have 2 of them.
You have 2 Stevens 67s?
Yes, I do. 12 and 20.
Oh yeah, we got Cole back.
What happened?
We got Cole.
Why do you have Cole?
Oh, we got United States got Cole back. To bring those people that were those coal mining towns back.
Yeah,
Never mind.
my great grandfather and my great great grandfather were coal miners.
What he's saying is Trump's rolling back the regulations on coal mining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I have no problems with coal mining because that gives lots of people jobs. Yeah, I know people say, well, that's going to just ruin the ecosystem and whatnot. And it's like, have you seen what China's doing? China's burning all the fucking coal they can find.
They're choking.
They got more
on the stuff.
They got more smog than the fucking LA.
And it's besides, it's not like we can't figure out how to burn coal cleanly. I'm sure someone could find some additive that'll make it better to burn.
DEF.
We burn coal over here.
Tony, what was that?
Bad. I
Yeah.
just saw an episode of this
Diesel
show.
exhaust
It's already over.
fluid.
Yeah.
The exhaust on diesel is cleaner than the fucking air going in them.
Yep.
Yep, that's true.
That's funny that you would mention that. I saw a video.
But only in California.
No, I saw a video of a Porsche 911 GT2 in, I think it was Shanghai.
Yep.
And the air going in the car was dirtier than the air coming out of it. And it was proven with an air quality meter in the tailpipe. It's like, fuck.
My dad told me that.
Yeah, it's true.
So China just needs to invest in about 1 million Ford F-350 turbo diesels and get them over there and fire them up, clean the air.
We have solved China's problem right here in this chat.
Solving
The world's problems, one problem at a time.
with a new
Well, yeah.
EPA.
Can you imagine the production at Ford to make all those? Unemployment would go down.
Here's the problem, though. With diesel, we got to find out a way to make diesel gasoline cheaper here in the United States because it's more expensive than gasoline.
No.
Tax the fuck out of it.
They did that deliberately to make money off of it. It's always cheaper because when they refine fuel or oil into fuel, diesel comes out first, and then they refine it further and further and further and further until it turns into gasoline.
Here's another thing. I'm not opposed to alternative fuel, okay? I wouldn't mind, if I could buy a diesel truck or a diesel car and ran it off of entirely, biodiesel, because biodiesel's good. It does not pollute the air.
Well, now that isn't necessarily true.
Doesn't pollute the air as much as gas fumes does.
Hey, I like gas.
It does emit hydrocarbons just like anything else that uses combustion.
Diesel's made out of formaldehyde and shit.
Biodiesel is made out of three things. Either new or used vegetable oil, methanol, and lye. That's it.
Put a little bit of weed up in there and you'll be all right.
No. Only in your Northern California.
Have you ever put lye on your skin?
No, because I like my skin.
I'm not sure I want a vehicle that burns that.
Oh, the lye doesn't stay as lye. Once it goes through a chemical process and turns into glycerin, and the liquid that is the byproduct, that is the biodiesel, is what you use. The lye becomes glycerin. You can make soap out of that.
You really don't have to do it, but it does make it a lot more efficient. A lot more efficient. I'll give you that.
You mean nitroglycerin?
No, glycerin.
Glycerin. Without
Damn,
it's like oranges without the rind.
okay.
So it's like one of those chocolate oranges.
Chocolate orange.
Fuck you.
He's like, fuck you. Oh, that's great.
Fuck you, Night Strike. Fuck you, Sean.
How did I
Yeah,
get you
tell me shut
earlier?
your racist goddamn ass.
I said something earlier. I earned a fuck you from Knives today. I forgot what it was though. It was
Knives.
legit.
Knives, we're just kidding.
I know you hurt my feelings, just like Dano. The shaming will continue.
I'll get you a Nintendo Zapper as an I'm sorry. How's that?
You guys are assholes.
Don't take that fucking bullshit.
I wasn't kidding, dude.
Yeah, just like you weren't kidding on sending Jimmy that laptop, right?
I didn't
What
say I was
laptop?
sending him a laptop.
You said you were sending him a Lenovo.
No, I said I had one.
He sent him fucking $50 worth of goddamn bullets.
That
One of them
does
hurt
work
G.
out.
Send me money.
I think one of them hurt
How
G.
many did you send?
20 in a box.
20. Hell, that's $60.
It was a mixed bag of stuff. A couple of 45
Yeah.
Colts, a couple of Casuls, and a couple of pretty sure nuclear weapons.
If you can consider all of them be equal value of the highest load there,
Yep.
they're easily worth $3 a piece.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. They all liked it. It worked out really good. I told him he should have saved a couple for his wife, some of the Colts, just in case if she wanted to try it, that without hurting herself. I was like, yeah, that's why I sent you a few of those. I remember when diesel was cheaper than gas. Like, right when I graduated high school, gas was coming down. Like, oil was down to, I think, $14 a barrel. The good old days, 97. 79 cents a gallon for gas. Diesel was, I think, 64 cents. at the time. And I was like, fuck. And the best kept secret is you bought like a Mercedes 300D and you filled the tank and you drove for a month and a half. Or you buy a Volkswagen, I forgot what the Volkswagen truck was called, but that had a diesel and you drove that for a month for $10.
Rabbit truck.
Was it a Rabbit? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And I think Subaru had a diesel Brat. Drive it for a month. It was crazy. F-350s were perfectly acceptable. It didn't matter. Nowadays, that 6-liter, garbage.
Normally, I can, if I fill my Suburban up, I can drive for 2 months. But it costs me fucking far more than $10.
Wait, you can make 42 gallons last 2 months?
Yep.
Jeez, you must not drive very far.
Nope.
85 diesel Jetta with a 10-gallon tank lasted 2 weeks. Well, you can drive a lot. I mean, figure. Let's see. I had a friend with a 520. I think it was called a 525B. It was an E28 BMW like mine. His had a 5-cylinder diesel, which I think they use the same engine in a Lincoln Continental Mark 6 or 7, and it got like, I want to say about 50 miles to a gallon.
Yeah, those old diesels weren't necessarily known for their power.
Yeah, they were powerhouses.
Yeah.
They had just enough torque to actually get to where you needed to go. If you had one with a turbo, though, it wasn't so bad. It was tolerable. Anyway, I got to shut down, guys, because it's time for me to close up the shop.
All right.
It's time to tune in for the Daily Gun Show coming out in an hour anyway. So just have to deal with the lull for an hour, and then Pink will probably have a lobby up. We'll have Andalusia Armory, Hit or Miss, and We Like Shooting. We'll see y'all later.
Later, guys.